Hi, I'm Holly Riley, and I'm sharing this video with some strategies for working with English learners that I have found effective in creating a learning environment that honors students' cultures, builds community, and creates a strong home-school partnership. Teaching ELs is about more than language acquisition. It's about helping students find their place in a culture and feel seen, valued, and capable. Culture is the first lens we look through when discussing effective EL strategies. Culture plays a large role in teaching and learning, influencing communication, behavior, attitude toward school, group work, and even how a student views the teacher or authority figure. When we recognize these areas of influence, we start to see our students more clearly and respond to them more effectively. Cultural competence is becoming aware of our assumptions, learning about our students' cultures, and planning instruction that students feel a part of. Gay 2018 shares that culturally responsive teaching in values affirming students' culture while simultaneously teaching them the language and literacy skills necessary for academic success. In the classroom, this might look like using examples, texts, or activities that students can relate to in their daily lives. Students might write about their family traditions, or math problems could be based on their own community. When students see themselves in the curriculum, they are more engaged and their learning deepens. Students, families, and community practices also play a large role in their language development. Every family has unique strengths and skills from their culture that a teacher can tap into with instruction. The first step in building a home-school partnership is communication. I would go visit the families early in the year, use translation tools as necessary, and ask them how they would prefer contact. Understanding their priorities and values, home languages, and hopes and goals for their child helps me communicate more effectively and align my instruction with their expectations. Meaningful family engagement goes beyond the occasional email or parent conference. I also create ways for parents to be involved in the classroom in meaningful ways, such as classroom participation, bilingual literacy nights, or volunteering at times that would work for them. Parents are our partners in education. When we respect and communicate with them as such, students feel supported at home and at school. The classroom climate also significantly impacts language acquisition. Students learn best in a classroom that feels welcoming, predictable, and inclusive of their culture, including multilingual labels, diverse texts, and honoring home languages as an asset is important. Simple steps such as greeting students in their home language, using visuals, modeling routines, and providing structure for peer interaction helps create a safe learning environment where students are willing to take risks with language. Being responsive to the strengths, identities, and needs of our ELs also takes time and intentionality, flexible grouping, sentence framing, vocabulary cards, graphic organizers, or visual supports all provide students access to grade level content regardless of proficiency. Students' social and emotional needs are also important to consider. Many ELs face stressors from culture shock, language barriers, and adjusting to new expectations at school. Creating predictable routines, providing emotional check-ins, and building trusting relationships with students help them develop confidence and resilience. Cultural understanding of students also influences how we plan and implement routines and procedures. Understanding students' cultural differences help us implement routines that feel safe and respectful. Some students may not have experienced with whole group discussion or with raising their hands to speak. These cultural differences play into our students' identities and the way they act in the classroom. Culture is also a strength, and we would incorporate it into our planning where possible. Community engagement is another area where we can strengthen support for EL families. Partnering with local cultural centers, organizations, or bilingual volunteers and mentors can expand our resources. Inviting community members to share their culture, stories, music, or traditions with the classroom can also be fun ways to expand students' experiences and help them feel connected. Working with ELs also align with my Christian worldview. I believe each of our students are created in God's image and deserve dignity, respect, and a chance to succeed. I believe God created and loves every culture, so honoring our students' language and culture affirms their worth. Designing a classroom that reflects culture diversity mirrors God's heart for every nation and culture. Standing up for families who are mistreated or overlooked is compassion and just in action, two values that are deeply rooted in my faith. In all that we do, our goal should be to create a classroom where English learners feel valued, challenged, supported, and connected. When we use culture as a strength, build strong partnerships with families, and create an inclusive environment, we are equipping EL students to succeed academically, socially, and personally. Echeverria, Boik, and Short, 2017. Thank you for watching.